This is Holman Brown Funeral Home.
Oh, hi. How are you doing? Hi. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. I'm an activist, a human rights activist, and I'm working this coronavirus story. I want to donate flowers to the victims of any of the victims of the coronavirus. Do you have any information for me or any way that I can do this? Or is there a funeral coming up? Because I've been following the deaths here, and I can't find their obituaries.
A lot of them are not running obituaries because they can't do anything, and some that have,
What do you mean they can't do anything?
well, they can't have visitations unless there's only 9 people in here.
No. The obituary in the newspaper. That's what I'm talking about. I don't.
Yeah, sometimes they do because it's expensive, and they don't want to say, "Hey, a service is going to be held at a later date," or they're not doing a lot of service. They're just doing maybe a cremation and not running anything in the paper.
Okay, so why? I'm sorry. Okay, like I want to do something for the victims of the coronavirus, and I'm finding it impossible because I can't find the victims.
And then, therefore, we can't give you a family's address.
I don't want a family's address. I mean, well, why haven't you guys been doing any funerals or any for coronavirus victims?
We've done a couple of cremations for some of them.
You did?
That's what the families wanted.
But I'm saying that you did that personally?
The funeral home did it. We have a crematory.
Okay, so the funeral home cremated some people that allegedly died of coronavirus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Okay, so, but no funerals to speak of.
No funeral.
No obituaries to read. And you don't have some big long line at your door with all these dead bodies that are stacking up, right? It's not...
They're not stacking up.
No, I've been following it, all the deaths. I've been following all the everything with this whole thing. I'm just finding it. I mean, how am I supposed to donate flowers when I don't know when there's going to be a funeral? I mean, I don't have to come to it to donate. I'll send them there. But it has to be for.
They're not having a service, so a lot of them they're not having flowers or anything.
I'm sorry, but if my loved one died of the coronavirus, I'll give them some flower. I mean, I'm not going to be like, oh, well, they just died, so I'm just going to let it go. No, I mean, people still have, if your loved one died, are you just going to be like, oh, well, I'm not going to do anything? I mean...
A lot of people do that, yes. I hate to tell you that.
Well, no, a lot of people don't do that. I've never known anybody that had a loved one that died and they didn't do something for them, ever in my entire life.
Well, there's a fair amount that do that and don't have anything.
Well, I could understand if somebody didn't have any family or something, they were on their own and they didn't make...
Even if they have family, a lot of times they don't do anything.
I don't think so.
Memorial service someplace else.
So are you noticing an increase in your activities there because of the coronavirus? Or would you say it's about the same?
It's just about the same.
Yeah. And can I at least ask you if all the people that died, are they all elderly?
No, we've had some younger deaths.
From the coronavirus?
No.
I'm sorry?
No.
Yeah. I'm just concentrating.
Some of them, I guess, some of the ones that have passed are, elderly.
Yeah. Now, how do you know that they have the coronavirus when you're
the health care center tells us because they have
to. What's it called? Department of
the hospital or facility they die in. Will tell us that they have the virus if they have it.
Right.
So we can be protected when we go to the hospital and get them into our care.
Mm-hmm. So you can attest to, like, you had 2 victims there or something, and it's already too late for me to send flowers to them?
Yes. They already had whatever they were doing, yes.
Okay. All right. So what about future deaths? I mean, because this pandemic has blown out of control, and I'm a nurse, so I'm constantly surrounded by the situation, not coronavirus, but I'm constantly aware of what's going on. And I want to do so much for this. So how can I donate flowers to the next coronavirus victim? How will I know? I mean, are you legally allowed to tell me when someone has died?
No.
No. Well, even if you didn't tell,
or give you a family's name.
No.
That you should know that because
No. I know about the HIPAA law, but I'm saying, would you be allowed to tell me someone had died? You wouldn't have to tell me their name, and I know that's not breaking a HIPAA law if you don't use their name. I know that for a fact. I mean, I could tell you all about my clients, but I couldn't tell you their name. I couldn't be like, oh, Bob Jones is a great man. I could say my clients.
If we told you somebody died of that, what would you do? We couldn't tell you a name or when they
I would give
or whatever.
No, it would be for an upcoming service, and I would just send flowers up there, and then you would deal with them, and it would be from Madison Star Moon Association or something, Friends of Coronavirus Victims or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you want me to do? Call up there or look on the news or something, and then
you could do that, I guess. Yes.
Okay. I mean, aren't you, as being a funeral? I don't know what your job is there, but aren't you concerned about all these dead and dying people that are about to bombard your funeral homes? I mean,
we haven't had that many cases, so
yeah.
And there's other people that die with other contagious disease that we have to deal with, and we're careful.
Well, if you were to die, even though we just met, if you were to die, I'd give you flowers and a funeral. And maybe I might cremate you, bury you, and I'd do something for you, sir. I couldn't imagine that somebody dies from the coronavirus and they're just not going to do anything. Oh, well, that's insane. So I'll do something for these people.
I hate to tell you it happens.
All right. Well, it may happen with coronavirus victims, but for a different reason. All right, sir. I appreciate your time. I'll call up there. Maybe I'll just wait till I see on the news if somebody's died, and then
okay.
I'll check back with you. My name's Amanda, by the way, if you remember that.
All right. Thank you, Amanda.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
God.